The average trusted advisor works across 2.8 TSDs. That means 2.8 portals, 2.8 supplier directories, 2.8 places to search through more than 1,200 suppliers and hope that you're not missing something. And most of the time, you are. Not because you're not good at your job, but because the tools were never built to give you the complete picture. Channel Companion is one directory. In fact, it's your directory built for you. Every supplier across your TSDs mapped in one place. Deal flow doesn't change. Transactions still run through your TSD relationships. You choose where the deals go. We just make sure you're making that call with the full picture in front of you. Find the right suppliers faster, sell faster, catch the cross-sell opportunity before it walks out the door. Let me show you how it works. This is a dashboard that is built for you, customized for you, any active deal, qualifying deal, accounts that you're working on. When you open it up, those needs actions are the things that need to get done today. Today's meetings, any meetings that you have scheduled for the day will sit right there. Recent accounts, pipeline health, active spiffs and promotions, supplier concentration, and product mix. Again, fully customized dashboard, whatever it is that you want to see. I'm going to go to client accounts because this is the thing that I think changes everything for the industry. We talk about driving more revenue, selling more advanced services. We talk about selling more through more suppliers. And this right here, this is how it's done. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to create a new account. One of my kids' favorite spots is called Bahama Bucks, not a local Minnesota joint, but a favorite dessert spot when we're traveling. I'm going to make some notes here at the bottom. They are looking at UCAS and back up for their credit card processing. That's it. Any notes, any invoices, any meeting detail, emails, I could drop those in right here. I am going to hit next. And then within about 10 seconds, I get context about the opportunity before I go meet with the client. Again, remember, I just wanted to talk to them about maybe backup internet in UCAS. It gives me a little bit of detail about the customer based out of Lubbock, Texas. I'm going to add that PCI compliancy is probably a requirement. And again, I'm going to hit that generate button. And while I thought there were only 2 opportunities out of this Texas-based customer, the platform, the companion, is telling me that there are 17 solutions found. It's going to focus on the 2 that I asked it to focus on. It's going to talk about UCAS, and it's going to talk about SD-WAN failover. You'll see we actually later in the demo will give you a list of questions to ask to further qualify UCAS and SD-WAN failover. If you see under UCAS, there's 224 solution opportunities. And as I start answering some of those questions, I start to refine the scale and better understand which suppliers in the TSD ecosystem aren't just an okay fit, but are actually the best fit. Now, if I look over to the right, I see the qualified opportunity. UCAS and SD-WAN is about $9,000 a month in revenue. They've got lots of stores. What I also see is there's about $37,000 a month in estimated revenue that could flow through the TSD channel. So there's a lot of opportunity missed, and those opportunities are in what we call they're proposed opportunities. They're opportunities that could come to life for this restaurant/retailer. I can dig into the weeds if I want and get a better feel for some of the questions that need to be answered. You'll notice guest network Wi-Fi. Verizon is an ICP match. That means that they have an ideal customer profile in our platform in the restaurant and retail business. So while they might not be the perfect fit, we are telling you early we identified them as a possible fit. Again, as we start to answer some of those questions, we start to truly identify who the right fits are. But let's go to those recommended suppliers for just a minute. We'll click on deep analysis of Sangoma. If I click the deep analysis button on an early stage recommended supplier, what I'm going to see is strengths, weaknesses, gaps, requirement coverage, competitive notes, talking points, a whole slew of context about this supplier and where they may fit. There is a supplier directory. The supplier directory has all of the contacts and content, LMS material, PDFs, case studies, win wires, all of the detail for every single supplier in your ecosystem sits right here. Any quotes, any interaction that you've had through our platform with the supplier would also sit right here. And as we start to wrap up, the other thing that I want to go to is in the supplier directory. There's a product explorer. So if you want to learn something new about, let's say, branded caller ID, there's 26 different products. And what I can do is I can click on two and I can compare those two and get better acclimated to where those solutions might be a fit for what it is that I'm looking to sell. Ultimately, we're giving you a level of intelligence, a layer of intelligence that doesn't exist in the ecosystem today. We've given you context on the client that you're meeting with. We have started early stage to narrow the scope of what suppliers might be a fit. We've given you questions to ask in real time that will help us identify truly sales and marketing material stripped, truly who is the right supplier for or the right suppliers for the opportunity. We've given you, in this case, another almost $28,000 in revenue opportunities. And by the way, most of you watching this are using Read AI, Fathom, Otter, some other tool in your meetings to capture meeting transcripts. As you drop those meeting transcripts in from your discovery meeting, from your engineering meeting, as you provide us context on, in this case, Bahama Bucks through the sales process, we find more opportunities. We narrow the scope on suppliers. Ultimately, our end game for you is to help you find the right suppliers faster and drive more revenue in advanced services opportunities in the clients that you are already working with.